Welcome back to the series, guys. I appreciate you joining us once again. In the last episode, the last thing we did was unlock the copper mine, which is where I am at now because we're gonna need to start collecting some. So we're gonna get a couple miners down here. We're not gonna go too crazy because we're not going to have too much to actually make with it. So we definitely don't want to just pack a million people down there, but we would like to get a few. So we can get 20 miners. That can't all be for the copper mine. So let's see here. Oh, everyone's pretty crappy. Demands 10% higher wage. I think for the miners I'll take a higher wage. Don't really care too much. We'll rest. Demands lower wage. What do we got? Pick rest. Higher wage. Double. I mean, we're starting with about 30k, so we get a couple people down there without really having to worry. I think that's good for now. And then let's go over to the miners and move. I wish I realized how many people I put in there, but we'll just go with that for now. If we need to update that, then we will. And another thing we just did was we unlocked the copper goblet. So that's going to require us to make a few changes. And the first thing is we are going to have to adjust our smithing here. And the reason that is because we are going to have to add a few more items to adjust for our new copper. And we're going to need a few more smelters to arrange them in the right direction. I think I want this one turned. I can't. All right. Well, we're gonna live with that. We will have our iron ore here, and then we need to add a new one of storage for our copper. And on top of that, we will need... Why are these not even? I need to get rid of this. Having this little tiny one here is bothering me so much. So we will sell that. Put this over by the iron ore. And then we will put that in as well. And now what we need to do is adjust this to the copper ingot, and then it's going to need somewhere to go. So put one there, and let's back it up a little bit. There we go. And then we'll have to adjust these. Copper ingot, and then we're almost done here. We now need to hire some people to actually smelt, move from the warehouse, and then move over to those pallets. Every time you hit one of these, you're kind of just getting hit with a whole bunch of hires you have to do. Walks 20% slower. We don't want that for sure. You're a real good hire, but you are taking all of my money. Okay, we'll just have to live with this for now. So what we'll do is we'll say you will... What was your bonus? Can I read you for a second? XP carries so many items. So we will take restock. And then let's edit what they're moving. We're going to say copper ingot. Let's also make sure that we made this source and destination. Remember, these are the settings that we found out earlier is part of the new update where you can set them as sourcer or destination for them to be dropped off, which is a new because you used to have to do the pathing. So this is so much better. And then on top of that, we will need to go back in here and we'll have you crafting copper ingots, and we'll have you crafting copper ingots, and we need someone to bring it over to the warehouse. Oh, we need to change our ore type, copper ore. We're going to be needing someone to bring it over from the warehouse. But for now, I will restock it manually. So we'll kick off here. We'll get going. They're just I don't know where they just came from. I just loaded the game up and I had it paused. They just came. Maybe they were down at the tavern or something, getting a few drinks for the end of. I mean, they do work some pretty long days. I think they start at 7 a.m. and they're not done till 12 a.m. So we work them hard here at our blacksmith shop. Or yeah, we'll stick with that. Maybe I'll name it, or if you guys have a name for it, let me know. And is everybody done? We are. I'm seeing a couple things in the chest, but at the same time, I'm not really sure where they came from. So I'm hoping that might be it. So now we're at the stage where we have really high wages. So if we don't fulfill any contracts or offers, merchant offers at the time, it is very expensive for us. So, and for now, our smith, our assistants that are smithing the copper are just gonna go pull it out of the warehouse themselves. But they don't really have to worry about it because it's right there. So it's really not that big of a deal. And we're not crafting anything with it, and we will kind of stay away from it mostly for a while. The only time we will probably craft anything like that right now, just because of our supply chain, would be to put it in the shop, which I need to paw up. I can't put it down right now because our crafters will be putting that around. They'll be putting them on the shelves. I mean, sorry. And then another thing we want to get to today, drinks crate. So that's an upgrade for the mine. Advanced metalworking. Okay, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments real soon. We can't do them yet. We'll take that 14,000, put us in the green. I appreciate that. And see, we're not gonna take that because we definitely don't have the infrastructure currently set. Wow, they are really trying to get us with that. We're gonna refresh. Get me away from those. We'll take that. We are out of iron ore. That is interesting. So it looks like we finally caught up to our iron ore miners. We're in the copper mine. Switch to the iron mine. Hey, get back to work. Who said you could sit around? I want to see if I can make any room here. It is a little odd how it's set up in here, because you have to maximize space, because you can only get what you can get. So there is a limit on how many people you can have in here. Can we fit another one? Bet you we move this over there. I think we can fit one. We fit another one over here. No, so this is going to be our max space. We will put this down for efficiency. So it increases their maximum stamina. So, stamina. I don't know how I just said that. So they won't have to take as many rests between mining. So that'll help as well. But let's go back to the shop. Check in. Wow. So we don't have... I wonder if that was because of that weird pause. I mean, we hadn't run into that issue yet. Very odd, but we'll find out tomorrow. What is your job? You craft ingots, so let's increase your speed and go highest speed first. So another thing we just got was the cauldron, which will make everyone more efficient as well. So we want our loggers working. They're almost done with the forest. We have to keep an eye on that because we're going to have to pop in here and actually tell them to go to a new forest. That's one of the things that they do. We only have a little bit of money left. How much are mine? I think they're pretty expensive right now. They're not the most expensive. We'll take low XP. I just want to get someone else down there. Don't really care for upgrading that at the moment. 1200 wood. I mean, wood we're definitely fine. What's this? Take that. Do we have another wood option we can take? Let's see. What's that? Before we can do anything else, I want to wait. I mean, we're definitely smelting more than we're using, which is good and bad, because we are having overkill is not the best as well. So we'll just grab the ladle here. I can auto upgrade. What do you need? You are a metal worker, so highest skill first, metal preference. And they are just hammering away right now. We have 8,000, which we know we need at least one assistant. You are perfect for it. To restock copper ore. That is good there. Then, is everybody done? No, now everyone's done. Start the next day. Yeah, just if you forget, if you end the day and someone is currently working, they will, what they're working on will just get deleted, and you definitely don't want that to happen. Let's see, items, yeah, items are back here. We have 277, so let's see how we do on the iron ore today. Let's see, new blueprint, great. Oh, here we go. Prioritize the bludgeons. I wonder how big this city is, because we get constant orders for so many weapons. The violence here must be absolutely astronomical. You know what? Maybe people just put them on their walls. They're just friendly, and they go, "Oh, look at my nice bludgeon." You know, I got a bludgeon, a copper cup, spoon, and then I'll go order another bludgeon. I mean, you know, who am I to judge? Create our ladle. Can we put the ladle in there? No. Okay. Oh, we should take that opportunity. I did just click on that. Do we need two? Oh no, we need two of these. We put down our new items and increase our store. We'll put that in there. And our copper goblet. Ooh, I said cup. The goblet. How dare I? And we have a lot of upgrades. Let's take a look here. You are a metal worker. Highest skill first. You are both. Cashier. You are all as well. So for the cashiers, their upgrades is just make everything go quicker. More customers and more gold for each item. So that's why, like, in reality, I should probably fire Steven and get someone with a double bonus, because cashiers are so cheap. But I like Steven. He's been with us since the beginning, so I think I'll keep him around and take the loss on the money. For now. You know, who knows? Maybe shows up to work late once, you're gone. So, you know, I'm generous, but I'm not completely altruistic. You know, we got to make some money here. And then a new blueprint. Grab our fork. How far are we to the basement? All right, good. I want to get that soon, because I want to put all of the smithing down in the basement and kind of cut this off for the shop, because we will, as we expand, the shop will get bigger and we'll have more decorations out and whatnot to make sure we have more customers, and I don't really want it getting in the way. I kind of want them to have their own little space. What are you? Metal items. Highest skill. But what's coming up? Let's take a look at what's coming up. So we have the basement. Smelting 2, so this will enable steel, bronze, and sterling silver, which will unlock new blueprints. I am having trouble speaking today. And then the mine, and then upgrades to the mine, and then large ingots. So we got a lot, and then we're not that far off from the large furnace, which I definitely want, and the 3rd floor. So we got a lot of things coming up. What we need to do is get more money, because we need to expand to make sure the metal parts or the workbench. Let me unlock. There we go. And so what that just unlocked us is the workbench. And this is why I want more space in the basement, because we're going to have kind of an array of items for them to efficiently kind kind of operate. And to be honest, I'm probably going to switch it to keeping... It's not as efficient now to separate all the woodworking, and you'll kind of see later as we go on, because what's going to happen is they'll make a blade, for example, or something along those lines. And let's say they're making a sword, and they need to attach that sword to a hilt, and they'll have to use woodworking for that. Which, if we keep them on different floors, they'll have to walk up and down. So we have to be really strategic on how actually we end up placing that. But we're almost there. We're not there yet. So for now, we'll keep it this pattern that we got going. And put the grill fork out. Now that we're getting more and more customers, I haven't added any workers. Ooh, good, we got that done on time. And let's go ahead and get the 18,000. I haven't added any workers in a lot to making items over there. And we have to keep an eye out because we only have 4. So as we get more and more customers, they might not be able to keep up with demand. And so we definitely don't want that to get away from us. And we have, let's see, we have a metal worker here. You can walk slow. Walking up in stairs. This is unfortunate. They have such a high metal skill, but they have a negative metal trait. That's just highly unfortunate. Attracts 1 more person and earns design points. I'm gonna need more design points. So I think I'm gonna lock them in. They just counteract each other, but I'm gonna lock them in real quick because as you can see, we need more purple quality, and if we go to here, I mean, we're only halfway, and we're already, all the upgrades require it, so we're not getting points for everything that we're making. So I want to make sure that we do not fall behind on that, because it becomes very, very important, and will also help us get more money. So yeah, okay. I was like, wait a second, were you? You were too. All right. I'm talking. I'm forgetting what I'm even talking about. Our woodworking team seems to be quite small. I wonder. Very questionable. And we are out again, huh? So that means they're all just sitting down on their benches. Oh, they were right in front of me the whole time. I didn't even think about it. Do we have another wood? Let's grab another wood. Oh, there we go. The wooden hammer. So this is one that's on the bench, which is actually a double wooden item, but I don't have a blueprint for it. I would prefer. And then because I see that right now, I know we're going to hit it real soon. I am going to buy some of these up here. Do that. Maybe that's probably a little bit of overkill, but I want to be prepared. It's easier to get that down now while I have some money, so I don't forget about it when I get the blueprint. Some workers are still busy. Who is still busy? Oh, because I'm paused. My bad, guys. That's on me. I apologize. I hope I am forgiven. Now, because we're burning through all of this metal so fast, I might be able to move some of the assistants around, but at the same time, we're attempting to expand, so I might just keep it in there for now. I mean, 295. I want to see how far they get along, because it could be a mining issue. What do we need down here? Who wants something? Oh, we unlocked the cauldron. Okay. We haven't put that down yet. We'll be back, boys and girls. We'll be back, everybody, people. And we always want to keep an eye out for bottlenecks. I mean, we got a nice, efficient, cool little shop. You know, it's like an open air like restaurant. You know, when you go in for dinner and you can see into the kitchen. Or you're walking past like the candy, like the Laffy Tap, maybe not Laffy Taffy, I don't know what it's called. It's Taffy, yeah, it's Taffy. And they're pulling it in the window. You're like, oh, can I see how you made my my pitchfork? And they're like, yeah, it's right over here. Come over here. Look at all these people working way too hard, working, 17-hour days to make sure that you could get your pitchfork. Does that make you feel good? Probably not. But then again, if you're buying that many weapons, maybe you don't care. Probably wouldn't. I wouldn't. Let's see. You are a crafter. Yeah, we're already down to 3 ore. And I mean, our pallets are... Yeah, we are overkill over here. A lot. Which, honestly, that just means we have room for a lot of expansion. So, that is very good to know. Now, we're getting the blueprint here, which means we'll get our next upgraded wooden item shortly. Smelting, steel, bronze, and medium gold ingots. Okay. I should have went for the basement. That's what I wanted. I wanted the basement. But we'll still take a look here. So now we can do medium. So what I'm going to do in my thought process is I'm going to move all of the metalworking down. And then I'm going to create a bigger smithing section because we're going to need medium ingots here real soon. But I shouldn't even call it the metal section anymore because we're going to be moving kind of both. We're going to be transforming both areas. They're essentially going to be able to do wooden or metal because very soon most of the items kind of get put all into one. And I have to click it where that icon will still be there and it will very much bother me. I haven't made bows in a long time. Let's get some bows out there. We're still keeping up with the store relatively, but we're almost at the point as well where I need to start doing decorations to bring in 75% more customers, and that will make us much more money. Let's see. We want you doing both because you are a store crafter, so you craft both items. Yeah, we are filling up over here. Look at everyone enjoying our wares. It's funny that they're all wearing armor, but we can't make any armor though. I think we can just start making shields very shortly. If I were to do new blue, yeah, right now. Yeah, so like all of these, like the sickle for example, has a metal like top and then a wooden bottom. So the preferences now get a little bit more difficult to make sense, but you know, we've kind of already committed to it, so I'm gonna stick to it. In my mind, it makes sense. So I will stick to my guns. We will upgrade bleed because I don't want to see your name again and have to micromanage you. Is there anything I want to buy? You know what? Let's go ahead and get some decorations here, and you'll see up here the customer bonus from decorations value. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Must be placed on a window. Here we go. We can put a little chain. I mean, the way to cheese it is essentially you can just slam paintings all over the wall. Can they go behind here? No. And technically, here's the other funny part. Like, this whole building is considered the store. So, just for example, I don't have walls up here, but for example, you can just slam them on the walls all around your building, and it will count. Unless they updated it, it used to count for everything you need. So. Oh, and I put a fireplace in. Well, now that I said that, we're going to do it. And a bookshelf. I mean, we saw weapons. Who's going to stop in for a read? Okay. So we're running out of space here, so I'm gonna have to see if that cheese still works because I want to get it done. If I just spun that too fast on you, I apologize. I was trying. I did not mean to do that. So we will put some walls up here. I don't want to go too crazy because I might have to put smelters and stuff up here, and I don't want to have to move paintings. So I will attempt to not go nuts. Where are my decorations? Here we go. Yes, it does work. So yeah, our decorations upstairs still count for downstairs. You overlap with another item. How about that? Boom. All right, so we have our upgrade, and then we will put a few more in for good measure. Let's finish the wall, just so that stays for a little while. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. If we see our customers drop significantly, that means that we have to hit a higher decoration level. We'll go ahead and hit the next day. 302, or our copper is at 100. That's not horrible. We can, I mean, with the amount of supply we have, we can definitely take a copper contract at this point, but it won't really come up too often. Usually what happens is it just kind of pops up once, and then you have to kind of go run through your supply, and then it'll just restock. But it's okay. It's all fine. What's going on? Oh, they still want their cauldron. I forgot about that. We'll put that in the iron mine, and let's go check the copper. I think it's like 5,000 in the copper. I don't know if I can afford it. How much is it over here? Yeah, they're much more expensive over here, so I'll have to put those in, but not yet. Not yet. We'll have to live with that. All right, so we got a bunch of upgrades. We got more money coming in from the store. So now we need to make sure that we are continuing on our blacksmith, total blacksmith quantity, honestly, because we are just about to hit a new, kind of a new era. And I want to be prepared for it. Oop. So let's take, what do we got? We don't have any blueprints. We can't get a blueprint. Roll for that. I should prioritize this, because I mean, look at all these things we can't make. So that's steel. I gotta watch out for the steel yet, because we're not set up for that. But we'll grab a butcher knife. That's fine. All right. So I don't want to jump into large. Is that steel? Yeah, it's steel. But we definitely want to start small. But we'll grab the wooden hammer for now, just because I know I can make that. But we don't have the furnaces set up for the steel, so it just wouldn't make any sense for us to grab that blueprint. And then what do we got? The basement. All right, so I'm not gonna spend any money, because tonight, once this day's ended, we will go ahead and work on what I was talking about. Yes, I can finally fill this bucket. Nope. Oh, don't mean to move that. I want to move that. Been empty for so long, and it's been just, I've been watching it out of the corner of my eye, and I hated every second of it. But it's okay now. Life is great. We're fixed. Hit nighttime, and I set this place up to how I think it is going to be the most efficient. So now that you can see we're progressing through the tech tree, we're unlocking more and more things, and the items are going to get a bit more complicated. So the supply chain and efficiency will a lot of times now have to go from anvil to bucket, and then to table, to second table. I forget what it's called. I think it's the workbench. I'm not really sure. What is it called? Where am I looking here? It's going to annoy me if I don't figure it out. Yeah, it is the workbench. So to go from the carpentry table to the wood bench to put it all together. So we want some chests there, and then we do want a couple chests here on the end. The awkward stair placement, I apologize, but It is just because I need up and down now, and I just realized is that a problem? Maybe I can move. I don't think I can move the door. I know what I'll do. I'll move the door. I'll move our beautiful fireplace. And put it over there. And then put a door there. I don't think they'll be able to use that. So, you know what? Let's just not even give them the option. And boom. Okay. And so we're going to need quite a few more things because I also set up more furnaces. So now we're going to be working on steel ingots, which require iron ingots. So we need this all kind of operating in symbiosis. So this is what our total outcome is, because we still will have a sharpening wheel, which will be added again to the end of this chain. So there's kind of a lot of things going on now. They will be a little bit more complicated, but this should be a pretty efficient way to at least get us started. And then the next step is we're going to have to hire people to actually make the steel and then move the steel. Because you see, I now have all the ingots placed here in the middle because we're going to have quite a bit of them. So if I just started putting them in between different furnaces, it would get complicated. And then we're going to have silver and more, and different medium copper and all of that. And then it'll turn to large. So we'll have to kind of connect all of this. But for now, we're gonna stick with this, and we're gonna hit next day. And we are not bringing in enough iron ore, I can tell you that. So that is something we got a lot that we need to kind of work through now that we're here, because we're hitting that bottleneck. You know, every time you level up, you hit a little bottleneck and you become a little bit less efficient, and then you're essentially waiting to get more efficient, and then over and over again. And placing them in the right spot will be very important, or else you are just, you know, kind of setting yourself back. So it's extremely important that we keep an eye on it, especially now that everyone's kind of moved down here. Now, they don't have anything to work on that will use all of that stuff just at this moment, but we're going to start getting these blueprints. And very, very soon, they will definitely have stuff to work on. So let's upgrade. Want to keep those upgrades coming. And yeah, so our blacksmith now, I'm going to have to move. Our store is important now. Our store is very important, because it is a big cash cow for us as we get farther and farther into the game. Let's do a copper. We have the copper. That's a big payday. We could use that 30 gold, because we need many assistants. Okay, can carry 2 extra items. But we will take you 2. And let's see, we have assigned a restocker for the ore. So we'll say your job is to move steel ingots. And steel ingots. And now we need to hire some people to actually make the ingots. Walks 20% faster. Definitely want that. Don't care about your speed as much. You won't be going... There are not enough benches. Craft ingots. Craft steel. Are they medium? Are they steel? Yeah. Okay. So we have that pumping now. And so see, you'll see them grab the iron and then go over to the medium furnace, and then they will make steel with that. I'll grab some more blueprints. We're going to be on a little bit of a blueprint binge for a second. And I need benches. Look at all these people just not working. Lazy. I could have a lazy staff. And it's funny because these benches just take up so much space that I almost want to like unlock a floor just to shove them away somewhere. But let's keep hiring. We need more assistance. So let's see, you won't be climbing upstairs. Take a higher wage. And this is where we kind of have to start keeping an eye on those people with the stairs, because especially the ones moving the products out to the moving things around, they're gonna sooner or later they're gonna be climbing up quite a few flights of stairs, and we don't want that. So we just got the silver mine. We're not gonna touch that yet. We're actually moving. We're moving faster than we can kind of almost handle. And we are starting to get gold, so that's even more for research, because I think that's kind of where we are now. Yeah, we're a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, a little bit of gold. Yeah, we need a little bit of everything right now. Upgrade all skills equally. Keep cruising along here. How are we doing? Because now the assistants will have to move from the chests downstairs to upstairs, and I can already see that's becoming a problem. So we're gonna... That's the only issue when you get to this point, and you really want to... You really want to be efficient downstairs in your work stream, but then you got to make sure that the people actually moving the products are also just as efficient. So it really gets... I like it. It's like a mind game, you know, trying to stay on top of it. Come on, what do you want to do next day? Come on, Hamilton, finish up. What is your skill? Supposed to be working on wooden items. What are you doing? That's on me, Hamilton. No wooden items for you to work on. That's on me. I'll take that. I'll take the heat for that. Oops. See, that is inefficient. I'm so worried about this being efficient that I forgot that we didn't have any wooden projects to work on, which is going to be a real problem. So we need to get that fixed up real quick. Assistant. All right, let's get a wooden project for Hamilton to work. I picked the tough one, but you'll be able to see the workbench now. Because you'll see all, yep. They'll take the wood to the workbench. They'll cut it. And then they'll cut two pieces on the wood crafting. And then they'll bring it over to the workbench and put it together. And then, okay, so no one is operating upstairs now. That's pretty funny. Everything is cruising along here. But everything starts to go a little slower too, so you need a bigger workforce, but you need more space, you need more resources. Everything is really starting to come together as we move along through this. Because we definitely are not making enough steel. If we were to take a steel contract, we would run out immediately. So we're just kind of in a bottleneck stage. You know, sometimes it just gets there. We're still not crafting enough for the store. Our iron is not efficient enough. Can we get more miners? We can. We'll hire you. You. Gain XP a little slower. We need more iron ore, especially now that we're taking the iron ingots and turning them into steel. That can become a real issue real fast. I mean, we're definitely not having problems with our production. but they will come, and they will come fast. Working good. We're getting started. Miner. Okay. We got a couple people up here now. But there's... We just gotta keep working through here. I mean, we are at a bottleneck. We're gonna need more miners in the copper mine. Well, we just don't have that many copper products either, though. So it's one of those things. You have to weigh the importance of it. But I think at the end of this day, we'll leave it here. We made some really good progress today. I mean, we got a fully worked out logistics line here from smelter to workbench this episode. And we've also moved up into the next line of furnace. So we're about to hit the next stage, and next episode we will definitely move on even further, especially with that 33,000 we just made from the copper. And I might pick up some of these cosmetics soon too, but ooh, silver mace, but 23, but we don't have a silver mine set up, so we can't take that. So we'll take another copper. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.